I kick it? Can I kick it? Oh!
Big time out.
Oh, man,
You're up in the middle.
Can I kick it? Can I spike?
Off the camera.
Man, good to see all you guys. Where have you been, bro?
Right here.
Shit, fucking time to drink those things. Listen, hey, when you're done with this shit, let's do this. A notch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got 3 hours left, baby.
All right, all I need is 26 minutes.
Carol.
Guy Mariano! Guy Mariano! Hey, good shit. I like seeing you on stage.
I think the coolest thing about the night was like really seeing like what Stevie said to Guy like was from the heart, and I feel like what Stevie said is like what a lot of skaters said to you and or what a lot of skaters think about you, and I think it was really cool that like he put it out there like that. And I think it was really cool to like see all the hard work that Guy put into it and see all the love that he got for it.
Well, I mean, I guess when I heard Ty, when he told me that, he was just like, look, I'm not putting this video without you having a full part. Like, he's a very, like, you know, serious guy, and I believed it, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, shit, it's for real. And I remember I went out to get my first clip with them, and, like, it was this little backside nose blunt. It was, like, really cheesy trick, and, like, Ty's intimidating because he's filmed such great skateboarding in his history, and I'm just like, I don't want to waste this guy's time, you know what I mean? Like, it was intimidating to go out and film with him.
I feel like that first day that we went and filmed, it was better just talking in the van about stuff than even filming the trick. You know what I mean? I remember that first day, just because we just talked about so much stuff that day. That was the first time it was just me and him in the van, like driving up to Ventura. So it was like hour and some drive up, hour and some. It was just cool just to like talk about stuff, you know, like regardless of the trick.
Was that a test for you to break the ice to see where like his head was at, to see if he could really handle this whole thing? Because I mean, I look at his part.
No, I mean, I knew he could, but it was just cool to like, we didn't really know each other at that point, you know? Like we kind of knew each other, but hadn't hung out. And like over the course of making a video, you get to like really get to know people, you know? And it's like such like a crazy pressure cooker of like, these are the people that you're with every day and for the next X amount of years, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
But it was cool to like, you know, just put it out there for you, you know? And I'm psyched that like, you took it, you know?
You guys want a hug?
Well, I mean, I think too, it's like, you know, I think like some people believed in me before I believed in myself, which was like pretty rad, you know what I mean? But it's like once I got to like, you know, like Ty said, just the bonding and feeling comfortable with everybody, it's like, I mean, that was the hardest thing, to like face everybody in the skateboard industry with my board in hand and look them in the eyes and be like, look, I'm trying to do this, you know what I mean?
That's pretty big. It's just Frosty.
Up high.
Throw
What about you and your part?
Fuck me.
Talk about your part, Eric. Let's.
I had a question or two for me.
Yeah, for Eric. How did you top yourself in this part?
That was my original question. Like you did it like fucking like for the last 10 plus years straight. Like, yeah.
That's what it feels like. It's like a fucking.
But where's the motivation?
It's like a locomotive.
From?
You know what I mean?
Simply.
Like try to fucking put the coal in the thing and just keep the engine going.
But there's got to be motivation coming from somewhere else than that. Like obviously. Like,
It's me.
Money's not the fucking thing.
No.
It's not this. It's not that. It's got to be somebody or some. Is it the squad?
It sucks. It fucking sucks, and you don't show up with it. That's it. And that's the motivation. It's like it's you against you, and that's what puts you into that position. That's what keeps you going, and it's a long road at times. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Sure.
So. But you keep trying to put coal in the fucking engine. That's it. That's all you do.
Rob Welsh said something pretty funny the other day. I asked him about the new guys like Mike Mo and like Alex and them, and I was like, so how's it skating with the new guys? He's like, oh, the new guys, man, they're just ready to go. Their engines are running. But these old cars, takes a little bit for the engine to get going, but once the engine gets going, you know, they can hang with the younger cars. But that was like Welsh's pretty sick analogy.
It's very true.
You need to warm up.
It's 100% true, man.
Nice.
Go ahead. I just want to say, I felt like
the filmer's equivalent to guy, because I worked at a magazine for 5 years. I wasn't even filming, then I was like, I'm back, and like Ty was like, you need to film more, man.
Fucking steal my shot. That was my shit. Right.
So I felt like
Great, pass it now. It's
when Guy accepted those awards today, I felt like I was right there with him. You know?
Damn.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Top that.
Pass it, Mikey.
We're gonna talk to Mike Mo about his explosion switch flip right now. And so, Mike Mo, how do you feel about that explosion switch flip? Rick and I were standing right next to Marty with the button, just tripping off if Mike Mo is gonna fucking land this or wheel bite. But if he wheel bites, is Marty gonna push the button or not? Don't push the button if he wheel bites. So, how were you feeling? So, Mike Mo did a couple switch flips, and so. And it was seriously one of the scariest things I have ever experienced. Mike Mo, talk about it.
I don't know what to say about it.
Hey,
But
Mike Mo.
that was the scariest thing in my life.
Why?
Why?
Where you from, man?
Because it's the hottest thing I've ever felt, the loudest thing I ever heard, and probably I just wasn't expecting that. When they told me how big it was gonna be, I wasn't expecting that. And then I don't know. I remember Eric gave me a hug right after, and I was pretty stoked. But that's about it.
The behind the scenes footage of everyone freaking out is so insane because we seriously freaked out because right when he did it, it was seriously no homo. I was fucking freaking out. Seriously, no, that was the craziest thing I ever saw, and when he rolled away, I was very excited. Seriously, that was fucking insane.
Pass to Cairo. Cairo.
Yeah.
Different vibe.
Ty's on another level, and like, I mean, we just talked about this the other day, and it's like, at the beginning, it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this video, and then it really sinks in. Like, I was telling him, I was like, it's like, for me, growing up, like, the cast, I think about questionable, and then you got little kids coming up, they don't know about questionable, and this is their questionable. So I'm like, I feel privileged, and I'm to be a part of like the next generation's questionable, and I'm like, all right, I'm part of this. And then like, so when I start thinking about that, I'm like, there's a lot of pressure on this shit. Like, I gotta come through, and the whole production, everything, having Spike, having Ty, like all these dudes, it's overwhelming.
Is it
And I mean,
motivation or what? How do you? What is it? How does
it's complete motivation. Like, it gets you hyped. I remember going on my first trip with Guy. I was talking to Ty about this. Like, Guy would be up. Ty would have us on, like, wake up hella early, skate all the way to 3 a.m. This dude right there, up, skating the entire day, smile, and fucking be done at 3 a.m., still smiling. I don't know how he does it.
Drugs.
No.
No.
It's called love. It's called love for skateboarding. It's unreal. Like, if you're privileged enough to skate with Guy, you'll see what skateboarding can do for your life. It's like,
I agree.
it's unreal. And so like the whole project like is amazing. It's like a part of my life that I'm always gonna cherish. So I don't know what else to say about that.
There's so many key things that like came together towards the end. Like this dude hooking up the intro 3 weeks before the premiere. How'd that come about?
Did you guys not have a concept until then?
No, we had a concept. I was just in Australia and working on my movie, and so we had the idea for like a year.
Oh, longer than that.
A couple years, yeah. I guess it was something we even threw around it. Yeah, right.
The first idea was like cars flipping over and like
we couldn't afford that.
Punching through walls and all this other stuff. So then it kind of got streamlined.
But yeah,
What was your take on the video?
my take on the video, I got to see probably, I get to come in at the end and just like sort of, shoot some things and get to watch the edit and, talk to Ty about it. And my take on it was, I was blown away just by the level of skating. Probably about a month before the premiere, Ty showed me a rough string out of it, and just I didn't even understand half the skating, and also, just blown away by the technical level of skating, but also just blown away by how much they gave it up. They gave up. I saw Mark, and it's too bad Mark's not here because he's a big part of the video, and I saw him the night of the premiere, and before the screening, I just told him the first time I'd seen him since I'd seen all his footage, and I hugged him and told him how amazing his part was, and he started crying, and he said like I gave everything I had, and he was just a shell at that point, like the stress and I feel like everybody just gave everything they had, right?
Right. Basically, like the whole video, man, it's just kind of been crazy. Like, you know, I just reflect all the time, and like I grew up watching these dudes I'm sitting on the couch with, like when I was super young, like just idolizing these dudes, and I don't even know how it happened, but for some reason, like I got on Girl and Lakai, and it's just amazing to be a part of that video, you know, with like my favorite dudes ever. So it was awesome, man.
No, I mean, I think the cool thing about making videos like this is like, for everyone, is that like, it's a chunk of our lives that's now embedded digitally forever. You know, whether it's on the internet or whether it's on a DVD or whether it's music or in print, it's like that's all been captured now, and it's like 4 years of everyone's life that's like digitally right there that we can look at. And you know, when you're kids, you have photos to look at, and this is just something that like, look at what all these guys did on skateboards and progressing skateboarding as a whole, and just, you know, it's really cool that these guys have that to look back at, fucking when they're 80 and have 20 grandkids and say, look what I used to do, you know.
They're kicking us out.
Malta, what do you want to say about that?
Amen, sister.
That video is sick.
Thanks, dudes. You guys are fucking awesome. I appreciate